Check, check. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Lake Performing Arts Hall for our annual Jazz Festival. It's my pleasure to introduce our first group. Please welcome to the stage the Lake Middle School Jazz Band and their director, Mr. Joshua Laux. Hello, I think I turned it off. Sorry about that. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming out. We're really excited to be back in action with our Jazz Festival this year. We hope you enjoyed that first tune titled Big Five. The middle schoolers always give me a hard time about it. They're like, it's called Big V. I'm like, it's a Roman numeral, guys. Big Five. You got to hear on alto saxophone from Lucas Whitaker and trombone, J.P. Moorhead. And as well on drum set, you got to hear from Adam Carr. Let's give them a round of applause. It really, truly is a pleasure to get to work with this group. For those of you that aren't aware, this group rehearses twice a week outside of school for about 40 minutes or so. And they start usually October, and we wrap up with a 5th grade, 6th grade middle school jazz concert in May. So we spend a lot of time together. We get to learn a little bit about the swing style. They get to learn the basic introduction to improvisation, as well as some fun charts. We do some swing. We do, as you heard in the last one, some rock-based music, just to really kind of whet their appetite for what lies ahead or can lie ahead for them if they decide to continue on and into the jazz band at the high school level. So it's truly an honor to get to work with them every single day. We have a lot of fun with each other. They give me a hard time. They introduced me to something called door etiquette, that they yell at me every day when I leave the classroom door open because I forgot something on my desk. But we give each other a hard time. We have a lot of fun. Excuse me. The next group, or the next song that you're going to hear, I should say, this ensemble has been working very, very hard on, but we haven't done this for a few years, and it's always a lot of fun for both them, for you, and for our guests that are going to be coming out shortly. In years past, we've done some pieces where the middle school jazz band combines with the high school jazz band, and it's a really neat opportunity. They're familiar with a lot of the high school jazz musicians because the way our program is set up, the high schoolers come into a lot of their rehearsals to help out. You know, there might only be one per rehearsal or something like that, but to help out the saxophones or the trumpets. Sometimes it's just standing and playing. Sometimes it's doing some sectional work, breakout work to help me help them. And they're able to share their skills and their knowledge. So these younger students get to know those individuals. So it's kind of a neat combination here of all of their abilities and skills to put them together at once on stage. So if I can have my high schoolers start making their way out here. They're going to fill in here. This next piece is a jazz standard called Big Noise from Winnetka. It's a lot of fun, a swing chart. A lot of these high school students played it when they were in middle school jazz band. There's a couple of standards that we really like to kind of rotate through so everybody gets exposed to them. But you're going to hear on this next tune a lot of hard work. This is definitely by far the toughest tune that they have worked on all year. A lot of technique, a lot of intricate harmonies going on. So I'm extremely proud of our middle school jazz band for the work that they've put in on this tune. It has not been a walk in the park. They can attest to that, I'm sure. But they have hung in there, and they've trusted me, they've trusted the high schoolers, and we've got it all accomplished here. So I think you're going to be very pleased. Give me just 1 second here, make sure that these guys know where they're supposed to go. You probably saw from the emails that I sent out with reminders about this event, the updated rehearsal schedule for the remainder of the school year for middle school jazz band. We have just 4 rehearsals left with them. With the time we have remaining between now and our performance on May 2nd, it's not quite enough time for them to get a whole nother chart learned. We have another song that we're able to do on that May 2nd concert, and we will do. But to start something brand new, it's not a whole lot. So that's why you see just those 4 Wednesday rehearsals throughout the month of April. And then after that May 2nd concert, middle school jazz band concludes for the year. There's so much more that I would love to do with them. And those who are in 7th grade, they're going to have that opportunity next year in 8th grade. Some of our 8th graders are moving on up to the high school jazz band next year. So we're really excited to have them join us. But just truly a tremendous work ethic from all these individuals. We're so excited for our 8th graders to move up and join us in every aspect of the band program next year, and for our 7th graders to kind of move up and take the lead of the middle school band program. So thank you so much. We hope you enjoy the second and final tune from the middle school jazz band. When they conclude, there's going to be a little shuffling around up here. They know what's going on, and we'll get on to our second performing ensemble, our jazz combo. And one thing I did forget to mention, in your program you'll see a typo on my part, although maybe he doesn't want this to be announced as a typo, but our guitarist first name is listed as Jazz. It's actually Jay. I just had jazz on the mind, I guess, but yeah, so I apologize to Mom and Dad. I'll make sure I print out a program with the proper first name there. Although, like I said, he may want to keep Jazz. I don't know. Thank you so much. Bear with us for just a few minutes while we get swapped over, and we'll be back at you.